here we are discussing Miss Simone Biles. Couldn't let this pass. I had to jump in on this topic because I think people have come up with their own narratives and why they think what he said is okay and how she acted was okay or not okay. I think we're missing, or I think most people in the manospheric arena or the pick Misha, pick Keisha arena has missed is this isn't even about Simone Biles, the person. It's not. It's about what she represents. It's about what Simone Biles represents. Obviously, not everybody is abreast to all of her accolades and her background and what she has accomplished. I think the average person knows who she is, but to say they know everything she has accomplished, I don't think that's that may not be known. What is known is that she's the most decorated. So what she has accomplished specifically, probably no one knows. You know what I mean? So, but what needs to be understood is that she is the most decorated. She is top elite in her field, in her sport. She's overcome sexual assault by a doctor. She's overcome mental issues of doubt. Not to mention, she was not raised by her birth mother or father. So that within itself does something to a person, you know, when you know that and when you're living with that. There's this sort of why why didn't they take care of me? Why did they give me away? I Everybody wants to have a mom and or dad, okay? So, you know, she has overcome a lot to become who she is. And that says a lot. She is one of our young African American or black woman athlete that needs to be celebrated, honored, and respected. She's an icon. She's going to go down in history. She is making history in this current day. And if she chooses to perform in the 2024 Olympics, she's going to make history again. So her her story is not over. It's like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that we see her as just a regular black woman in a marriage. No, Simone Biles, Simone Biles represents, first of all, she represents America. When she wins in her sport, when she achieves the gold medal in her sport, the national anthem is played in her honor because she represents America. Not everybody can say that. There's like a fraction of people in this world who can say that. that when they win, their national anthem is played. Okay? So this woman cannot be disrespected or mishandled, degraded, talked down on. No, that can't happen. Well, that can't happen and it not be checked. Okay? So it happened. Whether her husband did it unintentionally, it happened. And not only did her husband mishandle her, every man that was on that panel mishandled her. From the time she walked into that room, they mishandled her. They said, "Oh, you guys didn't watch the whole video." Well, yes, we did watch the whole video from start to finish. And maybe that was the goal, to get people to watch the whole video. But that's neither here nor there. Whatever. Okay, so in the beginning of the video, Simone Biles walks into the room. Ryan Clark looks over and, oh, hey. And then as she approaches him, as a professional athlete walking into a room filled with former professional athletes, he sort of halfway gets up and shakes her hand. He did this little, "Oh, you here?" Shakes her hand. Okay, so he's, for lack of a better word, the leader of this group of men. Okay, Channing and Fred, right? So they're gonna follow his lead. You would think, right? Uh, so his lead was set by halfway acknowledging her, not even standing up to shake her hand. So, boom, the lead was set. Okay, he didn't get up. I don't have to get up. She goes over to Shannon. He's out of the camera, but you know that he didn't get up because she looks at him eye to eye, and she's nothing but 4'11". So you know that he didn't get up because she's looking at him eye to eye, right? So he didn't get up to shake her hand either. Okay? And then she goes over to Fred Taylor, puts her hand out. He, as opposed to shaking her, giving her a normal handshake, he gave her some old high five, "I guess you here" type slap, right? It was very off-putting, to say the least. But to me, that set the tone on how they were going to revere her, respect her, how they were going to handle her. Okay? So the dialogue starts with, what's his name? Okay? They start out by talking about how he came to play football, his background. So what you gather is that he was a subpar player when it came to entering to the NFL, right? He maybe was sought after as a college athlete. I mean, when he was in high school into college. So fine, you're performing to where somebody is taking notice. But once you entered into the NFL, yeah, you were, okay. He's a practice player. Oh, he on the team. Oh, practice player on the team. Oh, he, is up and down, right? So he's not that household name that we all know. He's not uh, the Cam Newtons that came out of college. He's not the Jameis Winston that came out of college, or any other name that you know, that you heard about. He's not that, right? He's not uh, Ezekiel Elliott. He's not that. He's not that, right? He knows he's not that, right? So we already established that, dude. You ain't all that when it came to really being an NFL football player. You're barely on the team. Now you're starting, or you are on your safety, so you on special teams, whatever the case may be. Now you getting your footing. You have your footing now as to being an NFL football player, and good for you. That is that's an accomplishment. That means you took steps to reach a goal that you set for yourself. And if that's the NFL, to be an NFL player, then fine, you did that. And nothing's wrong with that. That's to be respected. Because not everybody gets to that point. That's to be recognized, right? Nothing's wrong with that. Okay? So they go and establishes his background, So it's on the table that they made it known that you weren't all that, but now you are. So it's a feel good story, sort of rags to riches story, right? So now so now, oh boy, Pretty Redbone asked the question, "Oh, I can't wait to ask this question, man. How did you get Simone Biles?" Just the way he asked the question was reckless, right? Okay, but let's backtrack. So now he's been vulnerable enough to share his story before he made it to the NFL, right? So now he knows that, okay, I looked subpar, I barely made it. So now I gotta put on, right? Now I gotta make it seem like I'm something now, cause that seed don't. They planted that seed in his head, like, yeah, you just told the world that you weren't shit. Okay, in the beginning, right? So now, how you cop old girl? What? That's how we talking about the Simone Biles? How you get her? Okay. How about how did y'all meet? Okay. All that. How do you come? Okay. Well, that's his language, his banter, how he speaks. Okay. I give him grace for that, but to me, Simone Biles don't need to be in this environment. This environment within itself is toxic on how they even speak to one another, how they communicate to one another about a woman. That's a different story for another day. Another subject for another subject for another day. Okay. So this is what he says to him. Oh, it's more or less how she caught me, how she got me. What? Okay. So they both was on a dating app. Okay. I kind of understand it when it comes to Simone being on a dating app because she's in this bubble almost when she's um I think that time she was preparing for the Olympics. Oh, no. Yeah. The 2020 Olympics was coming up, right? So this was before the 2020 Olympics. So I understand that she's in this bubble. She's already come out of these other relationships with athletic people, athletic men. So I guess she was like, who knew her and was in her circle. She's like, okay, I got to get out of my circle, right? So let me go on this vetted vetted dating app website or whatever it is, and see if I can find some, and see if I can find somebody that we match and we're compatible and maybe have something with somebody. You know, why she looking for love? I don't know, cause it ain't all that it's cracked up to be, if you ask me. But yeah, okay, whatever. She's looking for love because this is what you get. You know, you get a man who disrespects you on a national platform, all in the name of love. Okay, but anyway, fine. She want to find a companion, somebody that she can kick it with, a man or whatever. Okay, so she goes on this dating app. It's vetted, so the people that's on this dating app ain't just no random plenty of fish type dudes, right? Okay. So they gotta have something going for themselves. So I guess at this time he is playing for or a practice player for the Houston Texans because he was saying, yeah, we was in camp and I didn't watch the Olympics, so I didn't even know who she was, right? Okay. It's even if we believe that, to say that you didn't know who she was is fine. But best believe within the next 24 to 48 hours, you knew who you was dealing with, okay? The fact that you said you had a bunch of likes on your Instagram, right? So the likes were coming from Miss Simone Biles. So you say you looked and saw how many followers she had, right? Because it's not the followers on Raya. That I don't think that's the followers he was referring to. Um, he was referring to the followers on Instagram. And at this point, if it was 2019, 2020, within the pandemic, probably was 2019 because he was talking about how pandemic had just hit, nobody couldn't really go nowhere, right? So she had already won the Olympics in 2016, right? So on her Instagram bio, it clearly says Olympic champion. Okay. Now, okay, who's to say she didn't put it on until just recently, right? Even if you go through her page, because I know people, we're nosy, we're especially when we're talking to somebody, we're gonna see who they are. We're gonna investigate. We're gonna do our own little mini investigation, which means you scroll through the pictures, right? Okay, she got a lot of followers. I scrolled through the pictures. Even without me having to scroll, I know that somewhere in those pictures you see gold medals. You see her flipping and being praised and all this other stuff. You see that in her Instagram post, right? It has to dawn on you like, oh damn, this is Simone Biles. Okay, now I know who this is. And the lie is I don't pay attention to gymnastics. You liar, because you knew who Gabby Douglas was, and in fact you insulted Gabby Douglas. Oh, she get a teeth straight. So you was so into it. You saw how the bottom of her teeth was jacked up. Cause you said if she get her teeth straight, she'd be halfway decent or whatever you said. How insulting. Another world class gymnast, Olympic winner, and you go on to say something like that. To me, that's a character flaw. Okay? That's who you are as a person. No matter how good this person is showing up, no matter what great things they are doing, you still gonna find something to point out that's negative in your eyes, right? That's a character flaw. That's not specifically towards Gabby Douglas. That's who you are as a person. You can't tell me that Simone isn't getting that part of you. That's who you are, bruh. That's who you are. Okay? In my opinion, allegedly. So he likes her for whatever reason, because according to his dating past, women who women like Simone has not been his typical choice. Okay, so we all know what that means, right? Okay, but she's on Raya, so she must be somebody. It's probably not a lot of black women, young women in his age group that was on Raya. Okay, so um, so he likes her. She comes up, he likes her, right? So as she's searching, she sees him. She likes him too. Boom! It's a match because it tells you, bing. You know, when both parties like each other's pictures, you know, bing, it matched, right? So she's like, oh, okay, I like him. You know, whatever she said, and so she chose to say, hey, what's up, right? And it sounded like he didn't even reply to it. Like, so what is that all about? If you tapped on a picture, you didn't even respond to your hey, what's up until later. You know, it's like, I'm just gonna play the game like I ain't all into it. Cause I mean, who is this really? Cause at the time, you know, he don't know, or either he do know and he planned it like he don't know, so he don't come off as thirsty. You know, I don't know. He strikes me as somebody that's kind of with the shits, with the trickery. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I speculate on that. Could be not. Nevertheless, he finally communicates with her. They start talking. They hit it off. He makes it a point to say, uh, she liked me first, all that crap, right? So, you know, he set the tone for like, you know, I ain't chasing no girl like that, especially not no girl like Simone Biles, you know, because in his eyes, if he doesn't know about the Olympic champions, her status in the world, her who she is in history, if he doesn't know all she is a black girl on Raya who may have some type of uh, celebrity or money or whatever the case may be. You know, just a average black girl. So in his mind, that's what she is right now in his mind. So I'm not about to be chasing somebody like that in his mind. I'm Jonathan Owens. I'm a practice player on Monday and a team player on Sunday type of man. You know, I'm making maybe $200,000 a year at this point. Maybe six figures I'm making, you know. Because if they cut me, then I ain't got no money coming in, right? And they did cut him, right? They did waive him. Yeah, we ain't even want you on the team. We don't even want you as a practice player. Go on somewhere. Okay? Um so he says, in my mind I think he feels like, you know, she ain't really nobody. Okay? So I ain't about to be all trying to chase her down or whatever. Okay. So they get to talking, and at this point I know he knows who she is. You know, you can't talk to a person for so long and not really know, okay, that, oh, I am a multimillionaire. I am the Simone Biles. You know, you no, you're not gonna sit here and play in our faces like you didn't know the whole time until y'all got to the ice cream shop that she wasn't who she was. Get out of here with that. So but let's go back. He makes it a point to say she drove 45 whole minutes to come down and see me. Stop right there. Why did she have to drive 45 minutes to come see you? Did we leave a little detail out? Okay. Perhaps it's because you didn't have a car. Perhaps it's because you couldn't get to her because you didn't have a car. It's plausible. Just like it's plausible that you didn't know who she was. It's plausible that you didn't have a car. You was just a practice player, sometimes team player. You know, you making your money, so you don't know when that shit go in. You don't know if you about to go to another state. You don't know if you about to get picked up by another team. So you like, I'm not settled enough to have a car here, and I got to be taking it to another city or whatever, another state or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that you didn't even have a car. Okay? But even if you did, and she made the 45-minute trip down to wherever you was, did we need to know that? And even if you felt the need to say that as a way of making us feel like, yeah, she pursued me. Okay, then you didn't even balance it out. Okay? Because even if she pursued you, at some point you had to start pursuing her as well. Because how else would y'all be married? Right? How else would y'all get married in such a short time frame after after meeting each other? You didn't even balance it out. You know, she came down, she saw me, you know, we really hit it off. I started loving this woman. She made me feel a certain way. You know, I never felt that way with any other women. She's just a special person. I love who she is. I love her smile. I love how she thinks. You know, none of that shit. All you saying is like, yeah, she drove 45 whole minutes down to see me. Blah, blah, blah. We hit it off. And that's the end of it. And that's and the rest is history. After you don't said this woman, as you making us believe that this woman is the one that first liked your picture, you made it a point to tell us she was the first one to inbox you. You made it a point to tell us she came down. She drove 45 minutes to come see you. 1, 2, 3 points. Okay? To make it seem like she chased you. You didn't even balance it out. You didn't even give 1 point. And the rest is history. Okay. And then Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Shannon and Ryan, they playing, we about to bake this boy. We about to bake this guy into saying some old reckless shit about his wife. Because he's already made it seem like his wife is chasing him. Oh, so what he said? Oh, so we can say that you didn't even want Simone Biles. We can say that Simone Biles chased you. We can say that that you was the catch. He was like, yeah, I was the catch. I always say men are the catch. Oh, okay. So, America is minding our own business. We ain't even watching this podcast like that. No, 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 not like this. On the average, they get about 80,000 views, whatever, 30,000, 40,000 views. We ain't even watching this podcast like that. But the podcast post on their Instagram what you said, sir, because they know it was going to cause a reaction. Okay? Because they know what Simone really means to people. But they played in your face with that. They said, oh, Simone is highly revered. Her status in America is that of an icon because she is the Simone Biles, the most decorated. Have you seen the awards around her neck? She is to be respected and revered and highly honored, okay? You say on their panel, I'm the catch. I'm the prize. She's beneath me. All this is, even though you didn't say those words, but all this is right in that list on the same page. Men are superior to women. I didn't pursue her. What I look like pursuing her. I'm the catch. The catch for what? Your money? No. That woman has surpassed you in income back when she was like, she's 26 now. Maybe when she was 19, she probably already surpassed you when it comes to income. Okay? Here's his status. Please, once again, no one even knew who you was until you married the Miss Simone Biles. So it's not about status. It's not about money. So why are you the catch? Because you think you're a pretty red wine? Attractiveness is subjective. I don't. You look like a regular, you know, dude to me. Your features is nothing real special about your features. You're easy on the eyes. Okay. So is a million other people. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out why you the catch. Because it can't be for protection because you didn't protect this woman. You didn't honor her. You didn't handle her with care. Okay? So it can't be protection. It can't be. That's your wife. Let alone the most decorated Olympian in our history. Let's just put that, let's put that in a box. Put it in a box, okay? That she's the most decorated, most revered, most should be honored, should be held at with should be handled with a certain amount of care. Let's just put that in the box, okay? Put that aside. As her husband, you didn't protect her. You embarrassed her. That's embarrassing. To sit there and say, she chased me. The fuck? No one, no, what? What? You said that about your wife? It's your wife. It's your wife. The one person that you are, listen, I do think, and I say this in quotes, that he truly loves her. I hope so, okay? You never know what people's agendas are. But that that's speculation. But on the surface, it appears that he loves her. But he has a character flaw within himself, and he doesn't even understand how to handle her, how to protect her, how you can love. There's so many people that say, "Oh, I love you," but at the same time will abuse you. Not saying this is what he's doing, right? But they would say all this, "I love you and I do anything for you," but you don't know how to love me. You don't know how to protect my heart. You don't know how to honor me. You don't know how to honor me amongst people that already think that I'm not gonna go there. But you don't know how to honor and handle me. That's what I would say to what's his name. He may love her, he may care for her, but he didn't handle her the right way in that interview. Something else I want to touch on is this type of podcast is a locker room barbershop type podcast. And they say things loosely and recklessly without thinking it through. Um, Even in Shannon's attempt to let old boy know that you will never be nothing, you will never be good as Simone Biles, he refers to her as little MFer. Who does that? You know, is it because it's a locker room type atmosphere and you can say whatever you want to say and talk however you want to talk? But as her husband, that should have been checked. Hey man, you ain't got to say it like that. What? No. In my opinion, Simone Biles and Jonathan really need to talk about how they show up as a couple. Um, because Jonathan needs to know that you can't mishandle a gem, um, a legendary person. You can't do that. He should go talk to Bobby Brown. Okay. Uh, Maybe he should go talk to Russell Wilson. Maybe he should go talk to um, Serena's husband. You see how I did that? And I really don't know his name. I know when they say it or whatever, but I really don't know his name. Okay? Come on. You got to do better. That's why people are, you know, people have their own reasons as to why they reacted so strongly about this. But for the foundation of it, it's because who she is and who he is. Okay? But the bigger picture is what she represents as a whole. You can't do that. She's going to go down in history books with Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey. Um, I'm trying to think of American Black women. Um, Beyonce, um, Jackie Joan and Kersey. You know, you can. There's a list of people that if you think hard enough, I can probably come up with maybe about 5 or 10 more women. Okay, but it's not many. It's not many. So that's why she needs to be honored, respected, and handled with care. You can't talk recklessly and make it seem like she's down here. No, no, because she's not that. In America, it's not go let you do that without it going unchecked. So we're just checking you, husband. Check yourself. And to the podcasters, the next time you have a world revered top class athlete who happens to be a woman, treat her with care, respect, some level of decency, courtesy, or just plain professionalism. Stand up when she enters the room and shake your hand. That's it. That's all. I'm out.